Good morning friends. Today we are going to discuss our lectures of the continuation topic in the simple harmonic system. In that one we came to the coupled oscillation system topic. In the coupled oscillation system today we are going to derive very important topic, that is the total energy. How much total energy stored in the coupled two pendulum systems, that is the two pendulum systems. So the topic name is, today we are having topic name is total energy of two identical stiffness coupled pendulums. So we are taking two pendulums. We are taken in this one. We are taken stiffness coupled. The two pendulums are connected with one spring which is having some spring. So spring constant is S. How much energy, the total energy will stored in this one. So in the previous lecture you already very familiar with. So we took two pendulums, both are identical pendulums. Two pendulums are both are identical. So the mass, the pendulum A, this is the pendulum A or first pendulum. The mass of the pendulum is M. The length of the pendulum is Y is L. The second, this is the pendulum B or second pendulum. The mass of the pendulum also same, M only. The length of the pendulum also L only. So these two pendulums are connected with a spring which is having the spring constant S. The spring constant of this pendulum is S. So if you drag this, if you displace this pendulum, this pendulum is displaced with a displacement of X. The second pendulum will be displaced with some displacement. That displacement we took it as Y. So then what is the displacement equations? What is the coordinate system equations, differential equations? We already solved this one. If you don't know about this solution method, the explanation about how we derived this one, you can go through the previous lecture. So we derived this one. The displacement of the two pendulums, identical pendulums are connected to each other. What is the displacement with help of the normal coordinates? So x double dot is equal to, it is the x double dot plus omega naught square plus x is equal to 0. This is the equation 1 we took. Another one, y double dot is plus omega naught square plus 2s by m into y is equal to 0. These are the two differential equations of the, when the two identical pendulums are they are connected with spring constant S and they are displaced with some displacement of first pendulum with X displacement, second pendulum with Y displacement. In this one, X and Y are the normal coordinates, where X is equal to, in this one, where capital X is equal to X plus Y, where X is the displacement, Y is the displacement. X is the displacement of the first pendulum, Y is the displacement of the second pendulum. So there X is equal to X plus Y, where Y is equal to X minus Y. So these are all we already familiar with in the previous lecture. So how we took this one, how we evaluated, how we derived this equation with help of the previous lecture, you can go through that one. So now we are going to find out the total energy of these pendulums. So how much these two pendulum will store the energy, how much energy they will store, that is we are going to discuss today lecture. So now if we take now Now in this one, the solution of this equation, the solution of the above equation, if we take, this is the nothing but we already familiar with d square y by dt square plus some constant of mu into y is equal to 0. D square y by dx square plus some constant into mu is equal to 0. This type of equation we are having. So the linear differential equation we are having, we already solved this type of equations. We got the solution also we got how the solution it will having. In the previous lecture also we clearly discussed this one. You go through that one, go through the previous lectures. You can easily solve the you can easily know if you can easily understand the how we are moved to solve this type of equation. Now present case what we are having x double dot plus omega naught square x is equal to 0. The same type of equation is having x double dot is nothing but d square y by dx d square x divided by dt square omega naught square into x is equal to 0. The solution of this equation we will get with some constant x naught into cos of omega t minus pi. This type of solution we will get. So how we reach this point means we need to go for previous lectures where x is equal to the solution of this is equal to where capital X is equal to this value we will get. In the similar manner, y double dot is equal y double dot plus some constant is there that is equal to omega naught square plus 2s by m into y is equal to 0. If the same type of similarity this is having, so this solution will having y is equal to y naught into cos of omega t minus pi. This is the solution. Here is the omega naught square is there, we need to take is the omega naught square. So here this one I am taking is the omega 1. The solution is having equation number 1, I am taking omega 1. So this if you solve this equation we will reach the solution of the y, capital Y is equal to some y naught into cos of omega 2t minus pi. This is the solution we will reach. So where y naught, where x naught comma y naught, x naught and y naught, they are the constant values, x naught comma y naughts are the constant values. Their x naught and y naught are constant value. Omega 1 and omega 2 are the normal frequencies. They are the normal frequencies. So in this equation, what is the normal frequencies in this equation? What is the frequencies of this one? Where omega 1 is equal to omega 1 is equal to, in this present situation, what is the value of the omega 1 is equal to omega naught only, where omega 2 is equal to, here is the omega 2, instead of this one we are having, so here is this one we are having omega naught square, here is the square is not appears here, that's why omega 2 is equal to omega naught square plus 2s by m whole to the power of 1 by 2 will take. So this is the value of the omega 1 and omega 2 values. So here is the omega square is already existence, so that's why we are taking as the omega 1 is equal to omega 1. Instead of here square is not appeared, that's why we are taking omega 2 is equal to square root of omega naught square plus 2s by m. This is the value we are having. So then how can we write this value? If we take to solve this one, to simplify easily, we have to solve this one. Let's we take omega x naught comma y naught constants are 2a. X naught and y naught constant values are 2a. So to solve easily, to solve this one, x naught and y naught we are taking as a 2a. Let it be let the values of x naught, comma y naught values are 2a. X naught comma y naught values are 2a. Then the solution of x is equal to 2a cos of what is the value? 2a cos of omega 1 t minus pi. This is the function. Now y value is equal to 2a sin 2a cos of omega 2 t minus pi. This is the function we will get. So this is the values of these two values. This is the x values, this is the y values. Now what is the x value? Can I go to the x value? So I am writing this one like this. So I am writing original values. Capital X is equal to capital X plus y, that is equal to 2a cos of omega 1 t minus 5, where the value will get. Capital Y is equal to x minus y, that is equal to 2a cos of omega 2 t minus 5 we will get. See, these are the equation. I am taking the this is the equation number 3, this is the equation number 4. I am taking equation number 3 and 4. If I adding equation 3 and 4, 3 plus 4, what is the value we will get? 3 plus 4 means capital X plus capital Y we will get. Capital X plus capital Y is equal to, if add these two, we will can plus y and minus y will be cancelled and 2x will appear. 2x is equal to, if you add these two we are adding. 2a is the common term, I am taking cos of omega 1 t minus pi plus cos of omega 2 t minus pi, we will get the value. So this is the value. So instead of I need to know the what is the displacement of the body with normal coordinates. What is the displacement of the body with normal coordinates? Then I can write it as the these two. Then I can take it as the x is equal to, with help of the normal coordinates, 1 by 2 into capital X plus capital Y we will get. Capital plus capital Y will get, and I can write it with help of the normal frequencies also. The displacement of the body with help of the normal frequencies also. Then the small x is equal to the displacement of the first bob of the simple pendulum. So then the x is equal to, then I can write it as a small a into cos of omega 1 t minus pi plus cos of omega 2 t minus pi. These values we will get. Which is the value? This is the small x value. This is the value of the small x. Now in a similar manner, if I am adding, I am subtracting the equation number. If we subtract the equation number 3 and 4, that is the 3 minus 4, what we will get? Let's we take, what is the 3 minus 4? So if we take the 3 minus 4, let me observe, I will keep here. After that I will remove this one. Now if we take the 3 minus 4, now I am taking the subtracting the 3 minus 4, what we will get? So 3 minus 4 means now I am taking the small y we will get, because of when I subtract this one, minus y will become as the plus y. So then x minus x is equal to plus x is equal to minus x will become plus x, and minus x will be both will cancel. 2y will reach, then that is equal to x minus y, capital X. So 2y we will get. First I will write the capital X minus capital Y is equal to capital 2 small y we will get. 2a is the common term. 3 minus 4 I am taking. 2a is the common term. Cos of omega 1 t minus pi, cos of 2 omega 1 t minus pi I am taking. Cos of omega 1 t minus pi I am taking, plus minus cos of omega 2 t minus pi I am taking. Omega 2 t into pi I am taking. So this is the value. Now if we take we need to express the value of the displacement of the body y in terms of the normal coordinate system. What we will get? So the y is equal to, can I write it? The y is equal to 1 by 2 into capital X minus capital Y. In the similar manner, in terms of the in terms of the cos terms is equal to capital Y, small y is equal to small a into cos of omega 1 t minus pi minus cos of omega 2 t minus pi. This is the values we will get. This is the values of the these are the values of the displacement of the body with help of the normal coordinates, with help of the normal frequency. So for simplicity only we are taking the two terms x and y. For simplicity, this is the equation. Let's we take this equation is the 5, this equation is the 6. For simplicity, we are considering this equation is the 5. This is the 5 equation. This is the 6 equation. If the phase of the two bulbs phi is equal to 0, otherwise phi 1 is equal to, this is the phi 1, this is the phi 2, this is the phi 1 value, this is the phi 2 value, this is the phi 1 value, this is the phi 2 value. Let's we go to the from initial state, the phi we need to take it as the pi 1 and pi 2 value. Let's we go from here onwards. Let's we go to the here onwards. Yes, this is the first body we are having pi 1. The first body we are having pi 1. For simplicity, I take in pi only, but in the reality they may be having the two phases, pi 1 and pi 2. This is the pi 1 and pi 2. Now, so if here also we will get the pi 1 and pi 2 for all terms, so we will get the pi 1 and pi 2. This value is the x value is the pi 1, y value is the pi 2, x value is the pi 1, y value is the pi 2. So x value is the pi 1, y value is the pi 2, x value is the pi 1, y value is the pi 2. Here also pi 1 and pi 2 we already written here. So for simplicity only we are considering this. For pi 1, the phase of the two bulbs, the phase of the pi 1 bulb and phase of the pi 2 bulb we are having in the 0 phase. So we are considering like that to simplicity because of the problem, the complicated problem. This is the too much complicated. The problem is too much. If we take in the pi 1 and pi 2 values, the derivation of the problem will goes to the too much complication. That's why we are taking the pi 1 and pi 2 is the 0. Then what will the fifth equation will, what we can write, small x is equal to, fifth equation small x is equal to, that is equal to 1 by 2 into capital X plus capital Y is equal to, what is the value we will get, small a into cos of omega 1t plus cos of omega 2t. This is the values we will get. In the same manner, capital small y is equal to 1 by 2 into capital X minus y is the equation number 5 will become like this. Equation number 6 will become like this. Equation number 6 is equal to small a into cos of omega 1t minus cos of omega 2t. This is the values we will get. I hope up to here you don't have any doubts regarding this. Otherwise, can I summarize this one from starting onwards? I hope 2 times we discussed this one. No need for confusion in between this one. So now we are going to the what will happen. See, now if we take this one, here is the some trigonometric functions, trigonometric equations we can get this one. So if you take the formulas of the cos C plus cos D formula, you can go through the cos C plus cos D formula. What is the cos of C plus cos of D? What is the formula we are having? Cos C plus cos D formula. What is the formula we will get? You know this one, 2 cos of C plus D by 2 into cos of C minus D by 2. This is the formula like this. Here is the cos C plus D formula we are having. Other you have the another formulas also. Cos C minus D formula we are also having. Cos of C minus D formula we are having the formulas. What is the cos C minus cos D formula we are having? That is equal to minus 2. We are having the formula of minus 2 into cos of minus 2 sin of minus 2 sin of minus 2 into sin of C plus D by 2, sin of C plus D by 2 into sin of D minus C by 2. Otherwise simply we can take it as a minus 2 C plus D by 2 and D minus C by 2. Otherwise can I remove this one? Can I write it as simply 2 sin of C plus D by 2 and sin of C minus D by 2. These formulas can we write? Otherwise D minus C by 2 only better, because of omega is having omega 2 will having the some little bit higher frequency. We will use this formula. Now I am considering this equation. What about this fifth equation? We will go to the, let's assume fifth equation is becoming the seventh equation. Now it is going to the eighth equation. Now the eighth equation will become, how it will be become, small x is equal to what is the value of the small x? what is the small x is equal to small a is already we are having small a is equal small a into cos of omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2. Sorry, 2 is already here is there, 2 cos of omega 1 into omega 2 cos of c minus d by 2, cos of c minus d by 2 cos c plus cos d is equal to d minus c by 2. I written somewhat little bit confused here, d minus c by 2, here also d minus c by 2 only. So this is the same formula we are using. So cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by 2, this is the formula we are getting. So in the same manner y is equal to, can we use this one, y in the same manner y also we are using the same formula. In that one y also we are using the same formula. When y is equal to, what is the y is equal to, where y is equal to small a into minus 2 into this formula we are using sine of minus 2 into sine of omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2 into sine of omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by 2. This is the formula we will get. Up to here I hope you don't have any doubts up to here only. So this is the displacement of the body. We are moving towards to the simplicity of the equation. We are moving towards to the very easiest simple solution only. We are moving towards to the. So why we are going to the displacement? Because of with the help of the displacement we will get the velocity. With the help of the velocity we will get the energy of the body, because of body in the motion. So the body in the motion, it will get the kinetic energy. That's why we are moving to this towards to this one. So here you are having two types of omega 1, omega 2 is the normal frequencies. As the normal frequencies are the constant terms, as omega 1 and omega 2, they are the we can tell it as the omega 1, omega 2 values, where omega 1 and omega 2 divided by 2 is nothing but it is the average of the normal frequencies. That's when we can take the average frequency. We will name it as the average frequencies. So average frequency, simply I can write it as the W average, WA. I can simply note it down with the notation of the WA. Omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by 2. This is the difference of the two frequencies. The difference of the two. It is the half of the difference of the two frequencies. That is nothing but modulated frequency. Modulated frequency. So the modulated frequency, that can I with help of the notation of the omega m, I can note it down with the omega m. But here we need to know this one. Average frequency, we can take it as the constant term, because of it is taking plus addition only, but it is the subtraction only depending upon these values. Simply we are adding these two one, but here is the subtraction is there depending upon this variation. So we will get the different values. So depending upon the frequency value, we will get the modulating frequency, the omega n. Now can I write it this x is equal to the continuation solution. X is equal to I can take it as 2 is outside, 2a into is the average frequency cos of omega m into t. Oh sorry, we are need to know t, we need to take the t. Here also t is there, here also t is there, that's why. So omega m into t, omega m into t into cos of omega a. So first of all I need to write the omega a into t and omega m. Here is the omega a is there, no? Cos of omega a into t, cos of omega m into t. This is the x term value. Now y term is equal to minus 2a sine of omega a into t into sine of omega m into t. This is the values we got. See, we are moving towards to the as much as simplicity solution. That's why after that we will go to the velocity term. After that we will go to the energy of the body, energy of the system. So now here is the two pendulums we are having. Then So two displacements displacement of the two bodies, two pendulums we got. Then here is the 2a cos omega a average frequency, or we are taking modulated average frequency is the constant term. That's why I am taking the 2a cos of omega a t. I will take it as some constant term a because of it is the displacement of the body. So the displacement of the body I am taking as a naught. It is the amplitude of the first bob in the simple pendulum. In the similar manner, it is the y is the displacement of this second pendulum. So I will take it out this pendulum displacement as the displacement of the second pendulum. I will take it consider with b. In the simple pendulum I am taking minus 2a sine of omega a into t. I will take it as the b naught. I will take the b naught. So then x is equal to, we derive the individual displacement of the two pendulums when they are connected in with a spring. But the condition is two pendulums are identical pendulums. That is the condition we took here. So now the present case we got the displacement of the individual displacement of the body. Why we are going to the displacement of the body means if we know the displacement we will get the velocity. If we know the velocity we will get the kinetic energy with help of the half mv square. If we know the velocity we can add both, then we will go to the total energy E total we will get. So for this target we are moving towards to this one. So in this equation we got the displacement, but we are taking the we are moving towards to the very simplicity equation, simple terms of equation. So the modulating frequency we need to consider as the constant term. So the constant term, the x in this one, in the pendulum A, 2a is the constant term, cos of omega mt also constant term. We will take it as a constant a naught. It is the modulation amplitude. This is the modulation amplitude. This is the amplitude of the pendulum A. Pendulum A we are taking. So modulation amplitude of the pendulum A pendulum we are taking. That's why I am taking a naught. In the similar manner, 2a sine of omega mt is also, we will take it as the b naught. So that is also modulation amplitude of the pendulum B. So this is the amplitudes we are having pendulum A and pendulum B we are taking. In the general case, in the first condition we took pendulum A here, pendulum B here. So this amplitude, modulation amplitude is the A naught, this amplitude is the A naught. So finally the displacement we will get the, what is the displacement? So x is equal to A naught into cos of omega a t we will get, y is equal to minus b naught into sine of omega a into t we will get these values. So this is the values up to here. What we got, just displacement equation we got, the simplicity equation, displacement values only we are got. So then we will move towards to the velocity term, how velocity terms we will reach the velocity term. So this is the value. Now if you know the displacement, what is the velocity? If x is a displacement, then velocity v is equal to x dot, that is the one time derivation of the displacement with respect to the time. Then velocity is equal with this first pendulum velocity is equal to, so where that a naught is the constant, we will take it as the a naught, that is equal to cos term is equal to minus sine of omega a into t, and omega a we will get. Finally what is the velocity of the first bob is equal to, v is equal to va is equal to minus a naught omega a sine of omega a t we will get. So the maximum velocity, what is the va maximum velocity? What is the maximum velocity? First pendulum is equal to minus a omega a, we will get the maximum velocity of the first pendulum minus a naught omega a. Because of maximum velocity means this total equation will go to the maximum. So it is the independent value of the sine function. That's why sine of omega a will go to the omega, sine of omega a t will go to the maximum value. This is the maximum value. That's why I taken as the m. In the similar manner, what is the velocity of the pendulum B? Pendulum B velocity V is equal to, let's assume take VA, here is the VB is equal to, that is equal to y dot, that is the one time derivation of the displacement of the pendulum B. Then A is equal to B naught into, that this is the function, this is the one time derivation means minus of, that is the sign derivation is the differentiation is the sin is equal to cos of omega A into t. So into, so this we are already having omega A is the, that is the chain rule of the derivation. Now final value what will get, minus B naught omega A will get cos of omega A t. But what is the maximum velocity of the pendulum B? What is the maximum velocity of the pendulum B will take? So the maximum velocity of the pendulum B is equal to, then the maximum velocity of the pendulum B is equal to VB of maximum velocity is equal to, then what is the value, minus BA omega A, we will get the values of the maximum, because what is the maximum velocity, omega cos omega A value, maximum value is 1, that is the maximum value. Up to here we got the velocity, individual velocity of the pendulums, individual velocity of the pendulum. What is the, now energy of the pendulum A, energy of the pendulum A is equal to half m VA square we will get. This is the maximum velocity of individual velocity of the pendulum. Individual maximum velocity we are taking. So this is the half mva square we will get, that is equal to half into, we took the mass of the pendulum, that is equal to minus a naught omega A whole square we will get, that is equal to half into m a naught square omega A square. This is the value. But can I substitute the A naught value here? Can I substitute the A naught value is equal to, what is the A naught what we will take? That is the A naught is equal to 2A cos omega m in t we will get, that is equal to half into m into 2A 2 small a cos of omega m into t whole square we will get, that is the omega A whole square. This is the formula. So now this is the square value, the 2 square is there inside the square, 2 square is there, the 2 square means 4 will get. Finally what is the value we will get, this 4, this division 2 is there, that 4 will get, finally we will got the 2m. I will go to the one more line, if you are having some confusion means I will write one more step note, not an issue. Half into m into 4a square cos square m omega m t, cos square omega m t into omega a, that is the omega a square we will get, omega a square we will get. This is the value. So now here is the 2 with this 2 we will, this 4 this 2 will get, finally 2m a square, 2m a square cos square omega a square. Can I write here first of all, that is the value omega a square into cos square omega m t. This is the value of the, this is the maximum energy of the pendulum A maximum energy. Then in the similar manner pendulum B maximum energy also similar manner we will get the 2m a square into omega a whole square into we will get the sin square omega m t, we will get the value of this one. This is the value of the omega a and omega b. Similar manner we will go to the, if you do the similar pattern, the omega b also, eb also, we will get the value. Then the total energy of the coupled system, that is our target. What is the total energy of the coupled system is equal to E total is equal to E plus A plus E plus B, EA plus EB will get. These are the constant terms, so we can take it as the constant term as a common 2m a square omega a square into cos square omega m t plus sin square omega m t will get. That is the value we will get, the 2m a square omega a square we will get the value. So this is the E value. So this value is the constant term is representing the E. So can I write here is the EA is equal to E into cos square omega mt, EB is equal to cos E into sin square omega mt. Can I write like this? So that is equal to EA, then then Ea is equal to E into cos square omega m into t. In the similar manner, Eb is equal to E into sin square omega m into t. We will write like this. So a cos square and a sin square we will take it as a common term, then we will take it as a cos square omega t. So can I write this one Ea minus Eb? Can I write Ea minus Eb? Can I write Ea minus Eb? What will happen? Let's we see what will happen. Ea minus Eb is equal to, I hope you are understanding, you are following each and everything. So Ea minus Eb is equal to Ea minus Ab is equal to, so E is the common term, that is equal to cos square omega m into t minus sin square omega m into t. This is the formula. So cos square omega m into sin square omega t, we have the trigonometric formulas. Trigonometric formulas, what is the trigonometric formulas means? So the formula is cos 2a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a. This is the formula, trigonometric formula we are having. Here is the omega m t is the a, we can take it the, here is the omega m into t is the a, then we can easily write it as the Ea minus Eb is equal to E into what we can write, cos 2a we can write, that is equal to cos 2 into omega m into t. This is the formula. So what is mean by cos omega m? What is mean by omega m? What we took? So omega m is equal to, so what is the omega m value? So you already well familiar what we took, what we consider omega m value. So omega m is equal to, we already took omega m is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by 2. It is the normal frequency of the second body, normal frequency of the second body, first body divided by 2 we will take. So cos 2 omega m into t, that is equal to Ea minus Eb is equal to E into cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 into t. We will get the Ea minus Eb. But what is the Ea plus Eb? Ea plus Eb is equal to just U only. Then we need to find out the individual energy in terms of total energy also with help of the frequency, individual normal frequency. We will find out these values also. How can you find? Just we can simply add these functions or subtract this function. You can easily find out the values. Now if we add this one, if we add these two, this equation serial number I missed on that serial, just you will take any one. Then I am taking this the function equation number, I don't know exactly. So this, if we add both, so if we add both, that is equal to what we get, Ea plus 2Ea, these two will cancel, that is equal to I am taking first this term E plus, I am taking E the constant 1 plus cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 into t. See, this is the Ea energy of the first pendulum. So can I send 2 this side, that is equal to Ea is equal to E by 2 total energy, total energy of the pendulum E by 2 into 1 plus cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 into t. This is the function, this is the equation, for the energy of the pendulum, energy of the first pendulum. In the similar manner, Eb also we will get, because by doing the subtraction of these two equations. So if we take the subtraction, this is the minus term get, this is the minus term we will get. So I will write it the first positive term, that is equal to, this is the minus, this is the minus. Oh, this is the minus means I am sending this minus this side. So first I will take the plus only, that is equal to E by 2. Similar manner, otherwise I will write one more step here. So I am taking subtraction these two, minus 2b is equal to, one more step to remove your confusion. I will write one more step, that is equal to minus 2Eb is equal to this value minus this value, that is equal to E. I will take the common term, cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 minus 1, you will get the value. So I am sending minus this term this side, so I will take the minus in this term on left side, right side also, that is equal to Eb is equal to E by 2 into 1 minus cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 omega 2 minus omega 1 t into t divided by t, this value will get. So this is the equation for energy for the, this is the energy for the individual energy of the body, individual energy of the body when they are in coupled oscillation. This is the total energy of the body when they are in the coupled oscillation. These are all the equations how they will ask in your examination. These are the equation how they will ask the equation. See here, this is the energy, total energy function, this is the individual energy of the function. So we can go through this one. This is the total energy of the two pendulums, this is the individual energy of the two pendulums. So this is the explanation of the. I hope you understand this lecture. If you are understanding this lecture, you will go for subscription. I will try to give the more details in upcoming lectures in the same manner for the n coupled mode system. What is the n coupled mode system, and the same related physics issues and lectures of the physics related issues. Okay, now if you have any doubts and comments about this lecture, you can comment in the comment box. I will try to rectify my drawbacks, and also I will try to expressing more details if some error is there or if any issue is there. If you have any important questions, if you don't have understand in that question, you can post the question in the comment box, and also I will try to explain that question in details. What I know exactly, what I know, I try to explain in details. If thank you for watching. Try to subscribe and share your friends to support the channel. Thank you.